Hello everyone, thank you for tuning to the Heartbreak Review. This is your host Sin today. Today we're going over the Eden of Gracia. This is the season 2 to the Fruit of Gracia. So following back at the uh, ordinary school for ordinary people, because it is just an ordinary high school with our ordinary protagonist Yuuji and the cast of Michiru, Ami, Yukumo, Yumiko, whoops, uh, Sachi, Maraki, and also some additional cast as well with backstory courtesy of Asakoto, Yura, Uriah, Chizaru, and an interesting person as well, Kazuki. Okay. So in this one, this came out. This is still an older anime, like 5 years old now. It's got this adaptation starting in 2015, so a year after, well, a year and some months before uh, the the original. Fair warning with this one, just like the last one, there is bits of graphic and mild nudity, violence, language, is not as bad as Black Lagoon. This is now to sum up this season. This one fell more in line with Black Lagoon than it does with Black Lagoon and Angel Beats. This one felt like a mix of Black Lagoon season 1 and Roberta's Blood Twelve. Blood Twelve? Blood 12. I don't know if I'm playing anymore. Roberta's Blood Trail. Now, toward the ending, spoiler. We got giant spoilers here. We got root beer mug size float spoilers right here. Not sponsored. But, so, spoiler towards the end of season 1. There's a clip of this weird guy showing up saying that he's returned. And we don't know who he is. Apparently, if you watch the movie ties in with season 2. I didn't watch the movie, I just watched the cutscenes that were happening in this. Season 1. Well, there's going to be spoilers in this. This has a bunch of twists and turns, and it went from, well, it was funny to, okay, what is going on? This is straight action. This is comedy. This is not as questionable, but it's still questionable. I said it because, our young protagonist, Yuuji, he fails his mission, he gets caught, and he's basically sent to jail because he failed his mission. What then happens is we're thrown into like this bit of a flashback sequence and whatnot, to where we're in the past and we're basically going through what made him the way he is today. And I thought that was pretty good. I was curious about some of his background since season 1 he was so mysterious and just a blanket character. Now, with this as well, the school is closing down for reasons. It's just closing down. The kids are going to the students are going to find somewhere to go, and somehow they manage to come across a houseboat and invest in that, and they're trying to get their friend back. And then it goes into this long chase. It's basically a giant chase and a game of fetch, and trying to figure out who is this guy, why is he coming after them, are they going to be able to rescue Yuuji? And it turns into this giant, I want to say Ocean's 13, Ocean's 12, where basically they're trying to kidnap their friend back. Well, they're trying to rescue their friend while it's also explaining backstory and plot. There's some pretty cool instances as well. My favorite character out of this season, my favorite character by far is Azako. Asako. Ah! I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Azako, the long blue-haired woman. I don't know what it is. I think it's her style of hair. My favorite character right now from Fire Force is Maki. It's that style of hair. It's like the princess or the queen cut. I love that. She is amazingly strong. She is also sarcastic as hell. And she's the feeling. She would be the poster girl for Uh, I didn't get you anything for your birthday, but you can have me. I love her. I absolutely love her. She is awesome. She is cold, but she is sarcastic, but she means well. And as usual, I'm not going to spoil what happens with our favorite characters. And she basically is the one who basically raised Yuuji from like a young age, from like 13 or so to what he is now. So what I want to say, so technically, I'm thinking, but what kind of high school is this where he's like almost 19, maybe? And we Yuuji's whole backstory, he's been a Marine. He's had in season one, there was a scene where he went to his grave where his master was and John was. We get the backstory for that. That's awesome. I enjoyed this. I feel bad though for Michiru because she's like the beat up character. She's basically like, yeah, she's annoying, but for what they do to her, I don't think it's completely justified. There are a few returning jokes about with her and whatnot. There's some jokes. There's also some callback scenes as well, and I just felt like it. They just beat up on her too much. Personally, I feel. If you don't recall from last review, Michiru is the fake the fake yandere. I'm sorry, the fake tsundere, and Yumiko is the has the yandere traits. Uh, Ami is initially Yuji's love interest. Well, sort of. There's not. He doesn't really have a love interest. He basically has a harem about him, and it basically shows how he basically more or less earned earned a harem after everything he's been through. And also his sister makes appearances as well as this one, and then it gets questionable at some points, just like the first one. But I can say in this one, Azuko, the one who trained him, she is the MILF we all want and we all need. I'm going to quote the subtitle from the anime that I from the section that I do recall. She's talking to Yura, so basically her best friend, the blonde, and says he's not a virgin anymore. Like what? And it took me a minute. Like no. They no. So this, I want to say at the time maybe because he was like 14 or 13 or so around that age. Age is not directly they don't outright give out the age, but you can try to hint at it in bits and pieces of it. So at that time, he would have been right around puberty, and she probably would have been. I want to say because she started to develop some issue where she started to go blind in her eye and not be able to shoot as well. That's why she's kind of in the background, and she would have been around almost 30, maybe late 20s. And stuff happens. Then her friend comes over. She explains what she sort of did. Excuse me. The manga probably goes more in depth with it. And then, in a bit of a drunken stupor, she tells him to basically take her and her what he show her what he taught. Have him show her what she taught him. And there is also a revisit to the horror part from season one as well. There's a revisit to it. If you thought this was gonna be action, nope. We get some good old gore and horror. Like remember that? I think I said it in the last review too. But oh, remember this season? This show used to be happy. Yeah, so did I. It's not happy anymore. I think this season two had 10 episodes plus 5 more, I think. So I think 15. The last 15 was like part of an OVA or whatnot, where it's like more like fan service. And then it ends, and like, oh dang, because when it ended, it's like, oh, I felt like that was a good ending, but I felt like it could have done more. I'm not gonna spoil what the ending is. Again, this is like a 5-year-old show at this point, so I'm gonna give out some bits and pieces. They go through this whole quest thing. And answers question from season 1 are answered. Is the sister alive? We don't know. What's this guy's backstory? Who was John? Who was Asuka? Why does he not go back to the house on top of that? That's one thing that kind of bugged me. They brought up the house a couple of times, and like, why did they go back to that? That'd be a good hideout. At least I think it would be. Or, and be a good spot for at least some of them to hide out. But at the same time, I'm not seeing there's a third season, like, it's Gracia, trigger something. I don't know. A house, I like that house. That was a good house. I mean, I can understand why he may not have wanted to go back there for emotional reasons. And right now, it's for more or less being on the run, going off the grid for a while. You want to go off the grid, though? You could have just came to America, bought a good-sized trailer, and moved into the desert. Because there are still questions that are from season 1 that were not answered right. Like, didn't your daughter, question mark, pay you to be her dad for like 70 million yen, which I tried to do the math, is roughly $68 million. So 70 million yen, roughly $68 million, thereabouts, question mark. Anywho, there's a lot of fan service. There's a lot of stuff for everybody. I still feel bad for Michiru. Michiru and Asuka are my favorite characters, and I don't like my favorite characters. This also does get into a bit of a psychological, and also there is some bit of sci-fi as well, but there's also a good bit of romance as well. This is wholesomely funny. It's just season 2 is basically a giant Ocean 13-esque rom-com harem with some psychological horror thrown in there about our friend's been kidnapped. We have to get back our friend. We must get back the man that we love. And then something about getting a submarine and then fighting his clone, and then it's a whole thing. It's weird, but I enjoyed it. It was just like Black Lagoon, but even more like Roberta's Blood Trail, where pretty much we have one set goal, and after that, we don't know what we're doing after that. I loved it. If you're looking for a solid story, it's there, but it's not there. For something to kill the time during this quarantine, or just kill time in general, this is a good watch. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed season 1 more better because we've done dissected each individual character, and now we're getting into his backstory. I like that. I wish we could have stayed more with the character and had something more grounded, I guess. I mean, when your friend or the one person you love is basically a secret agent or spec ops stuff, like I'm talking John Kennedy level spec ops. Yes, we went there. You can only be so far grounded in reality. And again, the characters are lovable. Michiru, I feel sorry for her, but at the same time, she is a little bit annoying. But I feel like they just kind of abuse her though. And I still love Maki because she's cute. I love it. There's a scene, spoiler. There's a scene where they give her this giant freaking 50 caliber sniper rifle that is pink. Like, oh my gosh, she's been playing Call of Duty and training with it too, in broken English as well. I love it. I love the series. This season 1, season 2 was great. I'm gonna give season 3 a try again. I'll get back with you on that. This has been an enjoyable season. This has been the Eden of Grisaia. This has been your host, Sin. I thank y'all for tuning into the Heartbreak Dog. This series is available on YouTube and I believe Crunchyroll as well for the time being. Probably pick up the manga as well. If you don't want to get too dark, don't read the manga. Because again, just like season 1, it got very suggestive about what happened to some people. It gets very suggestive about what happens to some people. That's all I got to say on that. This has been an enjoyable watch. Please leave a comment down below for any suggestions in the future. Like, share, and hit that bell notification as well to stay updated on some of my new releases. Yes, I'm going to jump back into the anime side of stuff, and out of curiosity, see what's out there. There's a few series I recall from my childhood that are worth a revisit. Okay, that's all we got. Thank you. Have a nice day. I'm gonna drink that one. That right, little buddy.